You mean people are actually going to be allowed to go inside the factory? Carrot Grandpa Joe, read us what it said quickly. All right,
Okay,
said Mr.
now
Bucket.
we finished in here that Mr. Bucket, he came with a newspaper and he said that Mr. Wonka is going to open his factory for the 5 lucky golden ticket winners. Okay, so now continue, Umar.
All right, said Mr. Bucket, smoothing out the newspaper. Listen, Mr. Willy
Bulletin.
Wonka, Mr. Willy
The
Wonka,
confectionery, the confectionery. Did you read it? Confectionery. Confectionery is related to bakery items like chocolates, cakes, bread. These are all confectionery items. Confectionery, genius.
Mr. Willy Wonka, the confectionery genius whom nobody has seen for the last 10 years, sent out the following notice today. I, Willy Wonka, have decided to allow 5 children, just 5, mind you, and no more, to visit my factory. This, uh, this year,
This year.
this year, these lucky 5 will be shown around personally by me, and they will be allowed to see all the secrets and the magic of my factory. Then, at the end of the tour,
Tour,
as
tour. Pronounce it
tour,
better. Tour.
tour as a special present, all of them will given
Enough.
enough chocolates and sweets to last them for the of, rest
Their
of
lives.
their lives. So out watch out for the golden tickets. 5 golden tickets have been printed on golden paper, and these 5 golden tickets have been hidden underneath the ordinary wrapping paper of 5 ordinary bars of chocolate. These 5 chocolate bars may be anywhere in any shop, in any street, in any
Street.
town, in any country in the world. You
On any counter.
on any counter where Wonka's sweets are
Sweets.
sold. Sweets
And
are
the
sold.
5.
And the 5 lucky finders of these 5 golden tickets are the only ones who will be allowed to visit my factory and see what it's like now inside. Good luck to you
You
all,
all.
and happy hunting, signed Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka. Okay, good, Umar. Now, students, Mr. Bucket, he came with Evening Bulletin, the newspaper, and he started reading the newspaper that Mr. Wonka, after 10 long years, nobody had seen him for the last 10 years, and he gave an announcement in the newspaper that he is going to open his factory for the 5 lucky children, only 5. And these lucky children will be allowed to visit his factory to see all the secret recipes and magics of how the chocolates are made and everything like that. And at the end of the day, they will be given a present. And what will be that present? They will be given sweets and chocolates and toffees and so many that these will last for the rest of their life. Okay. Now, who will be those 5 lucky children? Those 5 lucky children will be those who will find the golden tickets. There are golden tickets which have been printed underneath and wrapped up in the ordinary wrapping paper of the ordinary bars of chocolate, and they can find the chocolate from anywhere, from any shop. It can be a very small shop, it can be a big shop, it can be an ordinary shop in any part of the world. So whoever will find the golden ticket hidden in the wrapping paper of the bar of chocolate, that children will be those children will be allowed to visit the factory. Only those children. Okay. Rayan, start reading.
Teacher,
The
can
man's
I?
daughter.
The man's daughter,
Everybody will
muttered
read now.
Grandpa Josephine. He is brilliant, cried Grandpa Joe. He is a magician. Just imagine what will happen now. The whole world will be searching for those golden tickets. Everyone will be buying Wonka's chocolate bars in the hope of finding one. He will sell more than ever before. How exciting it would be to find one. And all the chocolate and sweet that you could eat for the rest of your life free, said Grandpa George. Just imagine that. They
You would
they
have to deliver them.
they
Beta
had
apostrophe D class 6, please. I've told you before also. Apostrophe D stands for would or had. Would
they
or had. Okay. So
they
over
would
here
have
we
to
have put have. So we can't put had. They would have to deliver them. Okay.
they would have to deliver them in a truck, said Grandpa Georginia. It's make me quite ill of to think of it, said Grandpa Josephine. Nonsense, cried Grandpa Joe. Wouldn't it be something, Charlie, to open bar of chocolate and see a golden ticket glistening inside? It's it certainly would,
Certainly would.
Grandpa, but
But
there
there
isn't
isn't a
a
hope.
hope, Charlie said sadly. I only get one bar a year, and you never know, darling, said Grandma Georgina. It's your birthday next week. You have as much chance as anybody else. I am afraid that simply isn't true, said Grandpa George. The kids who are going to find the golden tickets are the ones who can afford to buy bars of chocolate every day. Our Charlie get only one a year. There isn't a hope.
Isn't a hope. Okay, beta. Now, the man's dotty. Dotty means mad, crazy. A crazy person is called a dotty man. Grandma Josephine muttered. Muttered means to speak in a low voice. So Grandma Josephine said that this man is a crazy man. But Grandpa Joe said, no, he's brilliant. He's a magician. He is excellent. And now just imagine that the whole world will be looking for the bars of the chocolate. They will be buying bars of chocolate from all over the shops. Every single person will be doing it, and you are going to have all chocolate and sweets that you could eat for the rest of your life. Then Grandma Georgina said that they have to deliver them in a truck. Grandma Josephine said that I just like starts feeling a little bit irritating to think about all this. But Grandpa Joe said, wouldn't it be something, Charlie, to open a bar of chocolate and see a golden ticket glistening inside? Glistening means shining. Now, Charlie was a little bit sad. Why he was sad? Because he was not hopeful. Because he only got a bar of chocolate once a year on his birthday. So he had very little chance of getting the golden ticket. So, but Grandpa Georgina said, okay, you never know. You can be lucky. You can get the golden ticket. Okay. Now, student, the first two finders, chapter number 6. Who's going to read?
Can I?
Nurul Iman?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, you can read. Yes, Rohan, after this. Yes, Nurul Iman, start reading. The first two finders.
The first two finders. The very next day, the first golden ticket was found. The finder was a boy called Augustus
Augustus
Blue.
Blue. Augustus Blue, from the
Augustus Blue.
name of month August. Augustus Blue.
Augustus Loop. And Mr. Bucket's evening newspaper carried a large picture of him on the front page. The picture showed a 9-year-old boy who was so
Enormously.
fat, enormously fat he looked as though as though he had
Had been.
been blown up with a powerful bump. Great flabby folds of fat
हाँ.
bulged out from every part of his body, and his face was like a monstrous
Monstrous
ball of dough with two small, greedy, cranky
eyes.
eyes peering out upon the world. The town in which Augustus Gloop lived, the newspaper said he had gone wild,
Wild.
wild with excitement over their hero. Flags were flying from all the windows. Children had been given a holiday for school, and a parade
Parade
was
for
being parade was being organized in honor of the
honor.
famous
Honor,
youth.
beta. Honor of the
Honor,
H is silent.
honor
Huh?
of the famous youth.
Youth.
I
Youth
just
means the
knew
young man. Okay,
Augustus
first let me
would
explain till here.
find a golden.
Nuruliman, first let me explain till here. So very next
Okay.
day when Mr. Bucket came with the newspaper had the picture of a boy, a very fat boy, and his name was Augustus Gloop. He was a 9-year-old boy. And beta, this is in the question. Please, can you tell me, have you done the question answers of chapter number 6?
No, teacher, we don't
Okay.
have done
Okay, you
4
I
or
haven't
have
5.
done.
done.
ठीक
Sir,
है,
I
ठीक
have
है.
done.
Okay,
Yeah, I have
doesn't
done.
matter. Doesn't matter. I'll make a list of all
Teacher,
the
you
questions.
didn't give us.
Okay. Now I'm going to during the vacations now, so that is why I'm asking because I don't remember if I have given this chapter or not.
Sir, you
Anyways,
have given me.
now will you please listen? Beta, I will give you a list of all the questions from chapter number 1 to chapter number 13, which will come in the midterm exams. Okay. So if any of the questions from the first few chapters are missing, you can complete those answers. Okay. Now, now you will start from chapter number 6. I will send you the questions today to find the answers. Okay. The first question is describe Augustus Gloop in your own words. So how will you describe? Augustus Gloop was a 9-year-old boy. He was so enormously fat. Great flabby folds of fat bulged out from every part of his body. Means he was like a. In the book, you can see the picture. You have the books with you. You can see, and if some students have watched the movie, you must have seen that fat is coming out from every part of his body, and his face was looking like a monstrous ball of dough. Like his face was looking like a monster. Okay, Rohan, I have seen it. And the town in which Augustus Gloop lived, the newspaper said, had gone wild with excitement over their hero. The town where Augustus Gloop was residing, all the people went wild with excitement. They went crazy. They started flying the flags, the schools were closed, and a big parade means a big group of people like soldiers parade, was being organized in honor of the famous youth. Youth means a young boy. Yes, Rohan, now you can read.
I just knew Augustus would find a golden ticket. His mother had told the newspaperman he eats so many bars of chocolate a day that it was almost possible for him not to find one. Eating is his hobby.
Can you
That's
imagine that his hobby was eating? So his mother was telling the newspaper man, the journalist, that I knew that my son would find a golden ticket because every time he's eating chocolates. Eating is his hobby.
that's all he's interested in. But still, that's better than being a hooligan
Hooligan.
and
Hooligan is
hooligan.
like a boy who has tied a belt, and belt is having different shotguns in it. Okay, he's always shooting the guns, firing the guns. Okay,
And shooting off zip guns and things like that in his spare time.
spare time
Isn't it
means free time. Please note down the meaning. Spare time means free time. Okay.
isn't it and what I always see is he he wouldn't go on eating he, like he does Unless he needed nourishment, would he?
Nourishment.
Nourishment, would he? It's all like vitamins anyway.
Vitamins.
Vitamins anyway. What a thrill it will be for him to visit Mr. Wonka's marvelous factory. We're just as proud as anything. What
Okay,
are
so one second, one wait. So she says that I knew that my son would definitely find golden ticket because every time he's eating bars of chocolate, eating is his happy, and he's not interested in shooting zip guns and things like that in his free time. He always loves to have vitamins, always loves to eat food, and he's getting nourishment means like when you are having a balanced diet, you are having food, okay? It's all vitamins. According to his mother, he's taking vitamins, and that is very important for him. And we know that in chocolates there's a lot of fat, okay, because it's creamy, so there's a lot of fat, and we shouldn't eat a lot of chocolates. So I'm proud of my son that he's going to visit Mr. Willy Wonka's factory. Yes, continue.
what a revolting woman's
Write
said
down the meaning of revolting. Disgusting. 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 Disgusting or unpleasant.
said Grandma Josephine. And what a repulsive voice, said
Same
Grandma
meaning.
Georgina.
Okay, same meaning. Repulsive. Okay. Unpleasant. Yes.
Only 4 golden tickets left. Only 4 golden tickets left, said Grandpa George. I wonder who will get those. And now the whole country, indeed, the whole world seems suddenly to be caught up in a mad chocolate buying spree every day, searching frequently for those.
Frantically means wildly. Wildly, like in a wild manner. So Grandma Josephine and Grandma Georgina both said that both mother and son are disgusting. So now 4 golden tickets were left, and they were wondering that who would get that golden tickets. And the whole country and the whole world would be in search of the chocolate. Yes.
Frantically for
Frantically for
for
those
those precious remaining tickets. Fully grown women were
women.
seeing
Rohan, when beta, this is plural now. We do not pronounce it woman. Woman is singular. Women is plural. Women. Fully grown women were.
fully grown women were seen going into street shops and buying 10 Wonka's bar at a time, then tearing off the wrappers on the spot and peering eagerly underneath for a glint of the golden paper. Children were taking hammers and smashing their piggy banks and running
Piggy
out
banks are like the money, like you save your money in a money box. Now, so piggy banks are just like your money box.
to the shops with handfuls of money. In one city, a famous gangster robbed a bank of 1,000 pounds and sent the whole lot on Wonka bars that same afternoon.
Yes.
In one city, a famous gangster robbed a bank of 1,000 pounds and spent the whole lot on Wonka bars the same afternoon. And
Okay,
when the
good,
police
good, Rohan. Okay. Yes, who will read next? Moment. After the same afternoon. And when the police entered his house to arrest him,
They found him sitting on the floor amidst mountains of chocolate.
amidst means between. Amidst means between. Between. Yes.
Mountains of chocolate ripping off the wrappers
Ripping.
with the
Ripping
blade of
means.
a long.
Ripping means. Better please note down the meanings also. Ripping means tearing. Tearing. Taking off.
Ripping off the wrappers with the blade of a long dagger. In far off Russia, a woman called Charlotte
Charlotte Russ.
passengers claimed to have found the second ticket, but it turned out to be a clever fake. The famous English scientist Professor Paul Body invented a machine which will tell you at once without opening the wrapper of a bar chocolate whether or not there was a golden ticket hidden underneath it. The machine had a
mechanical arm
mechanical arm that shot out with tremendous force and grabbed hold of anything that had the slightest bit of gold inside it, and for a moment it looked like the answer to everything, but unfortunately, while the professor was showing off the machine to the public and the sweet counter of a large department store, the mechanical arm shot out and made a grab for the gold filing the back foot of a duchess who was standing nearby. There was an ugly scene, and the machine was smashed by the crowd.
Okay, now Duchess is a noble woman, a noble lady, okay, wife of a duke, Duchess. Yes. Okay, good moment. First, I will explain till here. In the whole paragraph, they were just telling that the writer is telling that the whole world went wild in buying the tickets. They were doing every possible effort to buy the chocolates in order to get the golden ticket. Like children were using all their money, pocket money, and the saved money, going to the shops and buying the chocolates. Okay, and then there were a famous gangster who robbed a bank for £1,000, and he spent all the money in buying the chocolates. And when the police entered his house, he was sitting around, or all around him was a mountain of chocolates, and he was just ripping off the wrappers with his dagger is like a knife. Okay, then there was a woman in Russia. She just claimed that I have found the golden ticket, but it was fake. It was a clever fake. Fake means a copy. It was not real. Then there was a scientist, English scientist, Professor Falgadi, who invented a machine. That machine would easily tell if you are buying that chocolate, if there's a golden ticket inside it or not. But what happened when Mr. Professor was showing that machine to the other people at that time? The machine mechanical arm came out, shot out, and it took the tooth of a duchess, the golden tooth of a duchess who was standing nearby. And then there was a big rush. Everybody started, they smashed the machine, and then there was a very bad scene because obviously she was the duchess. Suddenly, on the day before Charlie's birthday, the newspapers now. Yes. Who is going to read now? Moment you have read. Abdul Rahman. Yes, Abdul Rahman.
Announced that the second golden ticket had been found. The lucky person was a small girl called Veruca Salt, who lived with her rich parents in a great city far away. Once again, Mr. Bucket's evening newspaper catched a big picture of a finder. She was sitting between her beaming father and mother in the living room of their house,
Beaming means, wait. Beaming means like shining. Obviously, so the second, who was the second finder of the golden ticket? She was a girl. Her name was Veruca Salt, and she was a very rich girl. Her parents were very rich. And again, Mr. Bucket's evening newspaper showed her picture. She was sitting between her proud father and mother. Okay, continue. Waving
waving the golden ticket ticket above her head and grinning from ear to ear.
What is the
Veruca
meaning of
father's
grinning?
Mr.
Abdul Rahman, what is the meaning of grinning?
मुझे नहीं पता.
You don't know?
Yes,
Smiling. Smiling.
smiling.
Grinning means. Are you
Veruca's
writing down the meanings?
no.
Note down the meanings. ठीक है? चलो,
Okay.
continue. Continue. Veruca's father.
Veruca's father, Mr. Salt, had angrily explained to newspaper man
Eagerly.
eagerly explained to the newspaper man how the
Exactly.
ticket exactly
Okay.
how the ticket was found. You see, boys, he had said, as
Said
soon as my little girl told me that she simply had to have one of these golden tickets, I
those
went
kids.
those golden tickets. I went but the
Out
into
into the
the
town.
out into
I
the
went out.
town and started buying up all the Wonka's bar I could lay my hands on. Thousands of them I must have bought. Hundreds of thousands. Then I had them loaded on the trucks and sent directly to my own factory. I
Okay,
am
Abdul
in
Rahman.
the
Okay, good. Thank you. Now, students, first, so Veruca's father, Mr. Salt, he was a arrogant, proud man. He said to the newspaper men that as soon as my little girl told me that she wanted to have that golden ticket, I quickly went out and I bought thousands and hundreds and thousands of Wonka bars and I loaded them onto my on my trucks and I sent them to the factory. Okay? Yes. Next, who is going to read now? Girls. Very few students are left. I don't understand if some more students joined and then they left. Okay, Fatma Hassan. Yes, Fatma Hassan. Heather Abbas. Unmute your mic, beta. Unmute your mic.
From where?
Beta, can you see the slide? It's over here. I'm in the peanut business. You see, and I've got about 100 women working for me.
Yes,
I'm
I am in the
showing
peanut business. You see, and I have about
100
got
women.
about
teacher. हैदर की आवाज
100
सही से नहीं आ
women
रही.
working for me over at my
Place.
100 women,
Beta, there's some problem.
100 women working for me at my
Okay,
selling peanuts for
Heather, there's a lot of disturbance. I think you have to adjust your mic. Yes, next. Yes, Abdul Rahman.
Heather is taking class.
I know he's taking class.
They're
Okay,
reading.
beta, you have read now. Now who is going to read? Those who haven't read. Noor Fatma Kudus. Beta, it's 2 months I think, or more than 2 months. Still your mics are not proper. I don't understand. Okay, Momin, you can start reading. You have to finish the chapter. Yes, Momin. Yes, Moment. From here, I'm in the peanut business, you see, and I've got about.
I am in the peanut business, you see, and I have got about 100 women working for me
Women.
over at my place. Men working for me over at my place, shelling peanuts for roasting and
Salting.
Salting. That's what they do all day long. Those women, they sit there shelling peanuts. So I says to them, "Okay, girls, I
I
say,
say from now on,
you can stop shelling peanuts, start selling the wrappers of these chocolate bars instead." And they did. I had every worker in the place yanking the paper off those those bars of chocolate full speed ahead from morning till night.
Okay, so Mr. Veruka said to the newspaper man that he works in the peanut business, and he has 1,000 women, 100 women working at his place in his factory. So he said to the women that from today you will stop shelling the peanuts and you are going to start taking off the wrappers, so that in order to find the golden ticket. Yes, continue. But 3 days went by.
No, teacher, but teacher, I wanna tell you something about the lion and the spider. Teacher, I have texted in the school number that please send me the chapter lion and spider which the teacher have said.
One second, Beta. I haven't sent the notes of Lion and Tiger. Lion and Tiger and reader question answers. I will send together. Okay? Okay? Then you can complete your notes. Now you continue.
But 3 days went by and we had no luck. Oh, it was terrible. My little Veruca got more and more upset each day. And every time I went home, she would scream at me, "Where is my golden ticket? I want my golden ticket." And she would lie for hours on the floor, kicking and yelling in the most disturbing way. Well, I just hated to see my little girl feeling unhappy. Oh, 1 minute.
Like that.
Keep up the search until I
Beta feeling unhappy like that, so I vowed I would keep up the search until I got her what she wanted. So he says that 3 days went by, but they couldn't find the golden ticket. And Veruca was a stubborn child. She was really, that arrogant child. And she, every time she shouted at her father that I want my golden ticket, where's my golden ticket? And she just lay down on the floor, kicking and yelling. Okay. And he said that I just don't want to see my girl unhappy. So he made a promise to himself that he would continue the search till he would get the golden ticket. Yes. Then suddenly.
Then suddenly on the evening of the fourth day, one of my women workers yelled, "I have got it, a golden ticket," and I said, "Give it to me quick." And she did. And I rushed it home and gave it to my darling Ruka. And now she
is all
and now
smiles.
she all smiles and we have a happy home once again. That's it. Even worse than the fat boy said Grandpa Josephine. She needs a really good spanking, said
Spanking means
Grandma.
like hit somebody, punish somebody. Okay, said Grandma Georgina. Yes. Hurry, beta, hurry
I
up.
don't
I don't think
the
the
girl's
girls.
father played it quite fair. Grandpa, do you? Charlie murmured.
Okay, moment.
He spoiled.
Next, who will read it? Malik Mikhail. Yes, Mikhail. Yes, Mikhail. G. Who wants to read? Anyone student finish it? Only few lines are left. Okay, I'll read it and I will finish it. Who is saying yes?
Please.
Okay.
He spoiled her grandpa, Joe said, and no good can ever come from spoiling a child like that. Charlie, you mark my words. Come to bed, my darling, said Charlie's mother. Tomorrow's your birthday. Don't forget that. So I expect you will be up early to open your present.
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 A Wonka
Chocolate bar. A Wonka chocolate bar, cried Charlie. It is a Wonka bar, isn't it? Yes, my love, his mother said. Of course it is. Oh, couldn't it
be?
Oh, couldn't it be wonderful if I found the third golden ticket inside it? Charlie said. Bring it in here when you get it, Grandpa Joe said. Then we can all watch you taking off the wrapper.
Okay, beta. Now, students, I'm going to ask you questions. Please answer me. Okay, raise your hand. Who was the first finder of the golden ticket?
Can I?
Yes,
Teacher,
Johan.
the first finder of the golden ticket was Augustus Gloop.
Okay, can you describe him in a few words or few lines?
Yes, Augustus Gloop was a big fat boy. His mother said that he always eat eats chocolate, eats chocolate,
He was his hobby.
and his age was about 9 years old. And one thing that Augustus Gloop had that great flabby folds of fat burned out of every part of his body.
Okay, good, Rohan. So that is your first question, students. Okay, who was the first finder? Okay, I will send you. You will get in homework also on WhatsApp. So I'm just telling you, okay, who was the first lucky finder? Describe him. So you will write Augustus Gloop was the first lucky finder of the golden ticket. He was an enormously fat boy. He was 9 years old, and his face was just like a monstrous ball of dough. And he loved eating according to his mother. He was eating all the time. So he bought a lot of chocolate bars and he ate all of them. Okay? Okay. Your second question. Yes. This is your first question. Your second question is that.
I have to ask a question.
Yes.
टीचर ऑक्सफोर्ड प्रोग्रेसिव का हमारा सिलेबस पूरा हो गया ना?
Yes, that is finished. The Lion and the Spider was the last chapter which we did, and I haven't sent you the notes yet. Okay, so don't be confused in that. I have sent you notes still at home in the urban jungle. I'll send these notes and readers' notes together. And beta, yes, one more thing. Please complete your notebooks. Match all your notes with the notes which I have sent you. And please don't do extra meanings. Otherwise, you will not be able to learn all of them. Okay, time is about to end. So note down the important questions which you want to ask from me, anything, so that in the next class, inshallah, on Monday, you can first ask me your confusions or any problem or anything like that. Okay, beta?
And teacher, my dictation numbers.
You haven't got?
No,
I have sent.
no, sir has only said Heather and Moments. And at the last of the line, it's written others can contact school.
So you can ask because yes, only those students who have got the highest marks. Like in your class, Fatma and Momin. Fatma has got 22 and Momin has got 20.